you feel as if a man should be able to tell y'all what to wear? Or don't all jump out at me at the same time.
I just, whew, we must have taken like a blast to the past. We back in the 1500s or something. I don't know. It's like wild to me that men today still talk like this. That's really wild. And there's so many points I have to make. They're all just kind of convoluting in my mind. Let me just spit them out as I get them. First of all, this whole thing about protecting. Then by saying that, there is that underhand comment that, you know, we don't know how to protect ourselves. Even though we've been wearing what we've been wearing before we met you, and probably after you, we'll still be wearing what we're wearing. And then we've also had to deal with this kind of attention our whole life. So we're very well equipped on how to handle this attention. So I didn't like that part about, you know, you need to protect us and we can't really stand up for ourselves. And then also too, the idea of like, you know, caring about what I wear. If I don't have anything else to offer the relationship besides what kind of clothes I wear, then yeah, we probably are not going to work out. And then the idea that this, you know, this macho man energy, I've never been attracted to like toxic masculinity, which is how I view it. I like that the couple that we watched the video, he seems very, the idea that this, you know, this macho.
Somebody got YouTube playing in the background.
Oh. I was like, well, look at Lord, Jesus coming in and backing me up. But okay, you know, it was a lot. You guys said a lot, and
you show that Jesus?
Pretty sure.
All right.
You sure it's not?
Because I got a lot to say about what you're saying, but go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the heat for this one because I just feel that in this day and age, in 2024, there's so much more to be focusing on in relationships besides our attire. But I could be wrong.
Yep. All right. Ladies, another lady is, hold up. Let me say peace. Mr. 6'6". What's the deal?
Welcome, God. 6 foot. Welcome to
welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to Grown Men Talking. All right. So, any of the ladies, please jump on this one.
Please,
Uma, I like you a lot, but I got.
What's good, brother? What's good? I'm sorry for being a little bit behind. I'm trying to get my audio and everything working on the phone, but I appreciate you for having me, man. Hoping I can add to the conversation.
That, my guy. I respect that. It's all good, my brother. All right, so Kit, you want to take the rings on this one, Kit?
Come on, Kit, over there looking glammed up, girl. Where you going?
You on mute? You on mute? There you go.
So I was on mute on purpose. Like, what are you doing right now? Like,
oh, she trying to show out. We gotta.
For me, I believe that people should do what works for their relationship. Just like that couple that was on there, he had no problem. He was confident in her and her ability to, and knew that it wouldn't be an issue. And he was confident that not only would she, you know, shoo them away or not even allow them to even come to her, because women can give off an energy that you all can absolutely read as, oh yeah, she don't want no friends there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people get so caught up in what should be done. And I personally feel like if I'm not in a relationship with you, then what I'm doing in my relationship is my relationship. So if Dion has to wear, you know, the baggies and no cleavage showing, then that's what works for your relationship. And that's what's up. I'm not in that, you know? So I say to each his own, and what works for them works for them.
Good way to keep it neutral. Hold on, let the ladies jump on it. Let the ladies do it. Let the ladies get it. Jess or D-May. Jess or D-May, what's your thoughts on this topic?
You want to go first, D-May, or
you can go, girl? You got it.
All right. Call me old-fashioned. I think that how you dress when you're going outside is taken way too loosely nowadays. So one thing I could say is, like, as a woman, you know, there are assumptions, whether you like it or not, how you represent yourself in public. So I feel that should be something considered, whether you're married or not. So even if you're thinking of going to a relationship and that's something that may be a contention, you should view how that woman is dressing before as well, and don't go there, because guess what? As much as you may want to come in and reign and be like, change, it's less likely because she showed you her true colors before. So all I'm saying is, yes, they may dress however they dress, but that showed you who they were ahead of time. Other than that, me personally, I may dress fitting or whatever like that, but it's not like I'm not showing my whole butt cheek out to the world. That's I have more self worth than that, as I consider. That's what I say.
Okay. All right. I love these neutral answers. D-May Moore.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, come on,
So
Come on, D-Man.
yeah, Jess said exactly what I was gonna say in about, so if you meet someone and they're dressing a certain type of way, which may not be how you want, like if you were dating her, how you want her to dress, why would you even pursue her in that aspect? And then thinking with the mindset, oh, she gonna change. Babe, she's probably not. Because me personally, I don't feel as though I dress scantily or risque, but I don't dress like I'm in the 50s either. But within that same tone though, I've been in a relationship, I've never had my partner tell me, oh yeah, you need to change, blah blah. And I don't know how I feel about that anyway. But in the same sense, I feel like, yeah, you should, in general, you should have respect for yourself when you're dressing. And yes, if you're in a relationship, you should have respect for your relationship as well. But I just don't think the man should. That part, that's the part that get me. You feel me? So it's like I see both sides a little bit. Just a little bit.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We got another lady on the panel. MRT is in the building. What up?
What's up, MRT?
You on mute.
What up,
MRT.
Joe?
Yo, what's goody?
What's popping? So,
how's everyone doing?
Good.
Awesome sauce.
So it's $100 for being late.
Oh.
It's $100 for being late.
You might not get
$100 super chat.
Yeah.
$100 super chat.
I set the standards, you know.
Word.
Whatever.
So, what's your thoughts on the matter, MRT?
What was the exact question?
Ooh. Oh, you missed the
Video.
All right. So the video was, but let's put it in a nutshell. Should your man be able to tell you, oh, what you got going on over there?
I don't.
Should your man be able to
I don't know, man. Go ahead. Sorry.
Should your man be able to tell you? Hold on one second. Should your man be able to tell you what you could wear when you go outside? Meaning that you put on your whatever type of dress, he finds it scantily clad and he tries to say, listen, I don't feel comfortable with you going outside with that. Is that okay for him to tell you that?
I would say yes if he feels.
Whoa.
I mean, but there's limit. Let me finish because there's limits to it, right? There's levels to that. I mean, I think it would just depend on the conversation and like what we're actually doing and going. But I don't think he's in the wrong or like he doesn't have the right to say that because typically you are a reflection of your partner. So, I mean, there might be stuff that I need him to be ship-shape on when we out in public. It might not have nothing to do with dress code, but I need you to act accordingly. So, I mean, I think it's just, I'm not going to look like a nun. I'm not going to look like a Muslim or nothing like that, a hijab. But, I still like to be cute and show off my little frame. But I don't think he's condemned for saying that.
Okay. And Mr. 6'6", the new gentleman to the panel. What is good, man? What's your thoughts on this topic? Do you feel like you should have the right to tell your woman how to move when she's outside?
I guess say nothing.
We lost them. Lost them.
Kid, you looking good, kid?
So, real quick, I'm gonna just jump on this real quick, and I'm gonna say to Uma B. I ain't forget what you said. I stored that in my head like some storage, like a storage unit. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, it's not it's not misogynistic to tell your woman, your wife, what she should and shouldn't wear. Just as MRT just said, you have the right to tell me how to act when I'm outside if I'm acting out of order, right? So where does that line go in when when you say to yourself, I could wear whatever I want. I could be as scantily clad as I want. I could pretty much have my bottom cheeks out, my cleavage out for the male gaze. Now, when we say the form of protection comes into where now other men are looking at you to the point where they might feel like they want to cross a line. So when we say, yeah, protection, right? Protection will go from me having to say, hey, I'm with her. Then the other man saying, I don't care. Then guess what? Are you going to fight with me? I don't expect that. The expectation is for me to hold it down. And if I get my ass whooped, then what? So why the relationship is over because you're gonna probably look at me like, damn sucker, you can't protect me.
You can't protect me.
Right? So why isn't it okay for your man to say, pause? That's not okay, right? It's a little too scared. Maybe you show a little cleavage and he's okay with it. Maybe you wear a tight form fitting dress, but to his liking, where he might say, nah, that's too much. What's wrong with him being able to say that if he's involved in the matter as well?
It's a slippery slope because where do we end? First, it starts with, I don't like this outfit that you're wearing. And I'm going to say something. And then she's going to be like, okay, well, I love you. So I want to do what pleases you. But where does it stop? How would you feel if your woman was to tell you, I know you're going out with the boys tonight and you usually come home 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't like that. You got to cut that out. Be in the house by 10 p.m. Because then she could come up with a whole list of reasons why, right? Like it's dangerous. Where y'all hang out. They could be a lot of people getting into stuff. And I worry about your safety. The same way you're saying to a woman, you're worried about her safety. She could use that. So it's like, it just becomes a restrictive relationship. But going back to what Kit is saying, because I'm kind of following up with what Kit is saying, just in a different way. It's the idea of who attracts who. If you were attracted to her and she was wearing that stuff, why now should it change just because she has the title of relationship?
Okay. And that's a valid point. But what if you was with her? Can I just ask a
question real quick?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Jess.
On what she said. I think we could even take away the aspect of even the protection point. When you're talking about that, when we've become such an individualistic centered society that all we're thinking about is ourselves. And then when you get into a relationship, and especially a long-term monogamous relationship, it's about what both of you is a combination of everything. So when you're going outside, you're a representation of that home. And I still stay in, if you saw her dressing like that before, don't wipe her up and then expect it to be a whole big change. She may follow what you want for a while, and then she's going right back to her old ways if that's the case.
So then, Jess, if that's the case, what if she changes? What if she starts to say to herself, you know what, I found a new group of friends, and I want to dress this way because my friends,
then that's a problem. That's not
sexy.
how you.
And that's her choice.
Well,
so you two are saying two different things.
Yeah, I don't agree with that because she's changing from her friend choice. I don't agree with that.
No, the idea is not that she's changing from her friend choice. It's her decision to change. Her friends aren't saying to her, you need to change.
Problem arises.
If she's hanging out with these friends, like you say, and they're dressing a different way and she wants to dress that way, that's her choice. That's her decision. I'm always going to stand here.
You're talking about, let's say your man decides, I don't want to work anymore. You be the breadwinner. Are you going to be okay with that switch up? Like, that's something that needs to be dealt with as a couple.
Well, it depends, because I don't think I would be dating any guy where I say to him at the beginning of the relationship, well, it's okay for you to just tap out financially and let me cover all the bills. I'm not going to agree to that.
Oh, man.
But did they agree with the type of person that dressed revealing and all that stuff before? Did they agree with that?
Wouldn't that be assumed if that's how she dressed before and that's how she is and who she was? So are you advocating for women to change in relationships to suit their man?
I think that there needs to be a compromising conversation where you talk about, expectations and stuff like that.
So is he changing to suit her?
Jesus. We usually do.
We all in a relationship. In any relationship.
I like how everybody's talking to me like I'm not in a relationship. Like I don't know how a relationship works, but that's not the topic. The topic was, do we have a problem with men saying to their women what they can and cannot wear? I don't know how we got to now jobs and losing jobs and all of that. I'm standing about this.
Okay, so let me ask.
It wasn't necessarily. Okay, well, I mean, let me ask.
I have a question. Yeah, my question is, first of all, if you have enough money to buy a Rolls Royce, don't buy a Ford. But you can't turn 3 or 4 into a housewife. But my question is, why is it so important for a woman to be able to wear revealing stuff with her chest and her butts out? Why is that so important? Is that like taken away from her as a person because a man wants her to dress more modestly because she represents him? Why is that an issue? Why do you want to dress that way to begin with?
Who cares? What is it about?
I don't know.
I think it's more about.
I personally don't dress revealing, but I defend a woman's choice to wear what she wants to wear. So I can't.
And she could be single too.
I think it's more about
relationships too.
I think it's
the
more.
She don't need to be with.
It's not
necessarily with you.
About wanting to wear. It's about.
Going on.
I mean,
go ahead, Kit.
I don't want to interrupt. I like.
No, go ahead, Kit. Go ahead. They had their little thing going on.
Personally, I feel like it's not necessarily about the want. It's about the finality of you can't or you don't. Because a lot of the times, if you think about it, and this is just on a very elementary level, right? A lot of kids, when their parents told them that they couldn't go to the party, or they couldn't have this, that, and the third, what did they do? They opted to try to go and still have and do those things. They want to sneak out and go to the party. They want to, have the friends that their mom told them not to have. Versus when, you have the ability to say, I would prefer that that's not what you did, but, it's on you. Then you give them the opportunity to think about what it is versus making it seem like it's like this finite, this is the decision and this is what it is. And I think that's more of what she's saying, if I can be honest.
But that's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying that, especially for the men, they should look ahead of time and see how she dressed and just don't approach even so.
Here's the thing. I think the problem is that we're putting a person based on how they dress versus who a person is. You have people.
Oh, it can say a lot. It can say a lot. Streetwalkers are not wearing turtlenecks for a reason.
Correct. Thank you, Jess.
Let me see what that about you.
Hold on, we got.
Wait, but have you been in a club in a turtleneck?
Okay, but then what does the club? First of all, I don't do clubs, but anyway,
lounge, whatever. It is hot. Black people, we attract this thing called heat.
But there's a difference between revealing and not revealing, and dressing for the occasion.
Okay, so I'm gonna say to each his own, and I'm good. I'm great at agreeing to disagree. Because if I go out, I can be dressed sexy and still. And here's the thing. I think it's all about how you present yourself as well. If you're scantily clad and you out there clapping and bending over and doing all of those other things, then that gives off a different level of energy and how to be, reciprocated by, men. If you are dressed sexy, again, it doesn't have to be where your butt cheeks is falling out and your boob is about to hang over. It doesn't have to be that, because there's a difference between, sleazy and sexy, and I think a lot of the times that line gets really mished and mushed.
Yeah,
you can be appropriately dressed and sexy at the same time. Men will talk to you with a paper bag over your face with a smiley face drawn on it. So it doesn't really matter.
What kind of, where y'all around these type of men that talk to y'all looking like
in a back alley?
Hold on.
Crazy.
Hold on, Mr. 6 foot 6.
Is, y'all, you know what? I do this every Sunday with you people, and every Sunday I say I'm still here. Yes, you people, especially you.
Chill, what was that?
Bad animals, man. I'm gonna treat y'all like a dog.
You said it like I was going to change. The crazy thing is that he said it like I was going to change what I said. I said what I said. You people.
I said what I said. Yo, so Mr. 6'6", talk to me, my guy. What's your thoughts on this topic?
So me being a bigger fella, you know, it's normally I've always been attracted to the more full-figure woman. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's hard for me to want a full-figure woman, knowing that in most cases it's hard for her to shop. Same for me. Big and tall section don't really have my size for real. They got the big, but they don't have the tall, but they don't have the big. So
no, they don't.
I've had to shop for more full-figured women. You know what I'm saying? I've had to shop for them. So me understanding that, it's no different than when you look at these little high school girls who are going to school and you got the young Caucasian girl who goes in and you literally can see these little shorts and she can wear those. But if we send our daughter to school with those same exact shorts, it's a totally different look. We're getting called. We're getting, you know, information saying basically she can't wear that. So for me, when I'm choosing a woman, if she looks nasty, scantily, if it's one of those situations where you just know she doesn't carry herself like a lady, then no, I'm not approaching her unless I'm approaching her for what it is she appears to be. But if I'm looking for a wife, I'm looking for substance, then I understand regardless of what she has on, I'm her man. If I done provided everything else, I pay the bills, I pay the car note, I do these oil changes, why I can't buy her outfits that I think she would look more tasteful in. So I don't have to go to her and say, I don't like that. Hey, baby, can you wear that for me tonight? And it's normally a different conversation.
Right? But let me ask you a question.
You better.
Hold on, kid.
Oh, so it's okay for men to buy your clothes? Is that what you're trying to say?
So basically, that could be because some women could look at that as a form of controlling as well. Like you buying my clothes, like I want to wear what I want to wear. So let me ask you a question, Mr. 6 foot. If your woman was like, yo, you know, you buying this clothes for me, but I want to wear this see-through, whatever, with the bra on, cleavage out, booty, bottom of the booty out. That's her choice, right? Because that's how Uma's saying it. It's her choice to want to wear that. Would you be okay with that?
Right. Nah, it would be my choice at that point to let her know. Right. So it would be my choice at that point to let her know that for me, that doesn't work. Her working out the door in that fashion, in that manner, is because for one, you shouldn't be walking out that way without me. If anything, you should see me as a part of your protection. I'm like the Glock in your purse. So if you feel that you can go out into the world with that on without me, then that speaks volumes to who you think I am anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's slight disrespectful that you are a wife and you take yourself out the door looking like something completely different. I won't say the word. So if anything, I'll be putting on my see-through, you know, jogging pants and see-through tank top, and I'm coming out here with you.
Gray sweats.
See-through jogging.
There we go.